first kind of week of practice leading up to that, I felt like we were waiting on the first game. It was a little bit sloppy, and then once we got into the stadium, it was really electric, and we got a big crowd, and that really helped a lot.
Went home after school, kind of took a little nap, showed up to the field, and like everyone was fired up, ready to go. I mean, when it's the first game in the season, you don't really know what to expect. But I think everyone came out with good intensity. Everyone was fired up.
We all felt ready. We were all real excited because that's the first game, and we were all just revved up, ready to go. And it really showed when we got out there.
Just to be back out in the locker room, everybody, you could feel the energy. Everybody wanted to be there. Everybody was excited for the big game. Everybody was excited just to play, honestly.
I could feel it as soon as I walked into the locker room. Actually, I was helping out with the JV team, so as they were rolling in, you could just see they had their game faces on, and the warm-ups were sharp and crisp, and that's what we've been waiting for, and that's what we got.
Junior attack, number 3, Scotty Rowe. Also an attack at junior number 9, Glenn Mahoney. Also on midfield is junior number 20, Donnie Howard. And a senior midfielder number 29, Derek Hicks. On defense, a junior, number 10, Rutger Marks.
It's kind of surprised me, but at the same time, I knew we had it in us. I knew we had it in us, but it surprised me that it came out right away because our past 2 scrimmages, they weren't the best, and I thought we might start the season a little slow. But as soon as we got in the locker room, I could tell that people were focused and there was energy that we've never seen before. And once we got out to the field, I could tell that we were about to play to our potential, and the surprise went away after that.
Give a scout on a goalie, I always regret it. So I didn't have much on this team. The only thing was a friend of mine, wasn't a friend, he's a friend, used to be a former player, played against him, and he goes, yeah, the goalie, you got to shoot low on him, he's very good high. So the first 4 or 5 shots, he stopped us down low. So then I'm like, guys, just shoot, you know, don't even think about it.
The goalie was great the whole game, I'll give him credit, he was really good, but both of those shots hit him, and we got good shots. It wasn't like it was kind of 12 yards fading away from the goal, oh geez, this defense is great, you know, they were good, but it was more kind of like, okay, we got good shots, and I felt like we were going to have that all game.
Tried to forget about it and not let it stay on my mind and make it affect the way I play the rest of the game.
He's come a long way because, you know, a goalie's all like shooters in basketball. They make their first shot, they're streaky. So you want to make that first save as a goalie. But James has really matured. I've seen him. He's only a sophomore, but I've coached him now for 6 years almost. And sometimes he would get rattled. But not yesterday, but against Mercer Island, he really regrouped and didn't let it bother him. And then he kind of, I think he only gave up 3 goals in the whole first half after that. So he regrouped. The whole team regrouped, and we didn't kind of just. It was only 1 goal, but it was a one-on-one kind of. So it's always good to make that first save. But James kind of played through it, and that's where he kind of preached.
Just kind of a miscommunication. So from there, the defense, we talk after every goal about what happens, what we did wrong, what we can do better. From that, I think we took away that we just need to shut them out the rest of the half, let up as many goals as possible. I mean, we held them to, what was it, 2-3 goals that half? So I mean, for us, that was pretty good. That was our goal. We want to shut them down that half, and I think we did a good job of that.
He always steps up to the occasion. He's great. Same with Luke when I see him playing Tomahawks. He's a confident kid as it is. It's just scoring that goal. I think it helped him a lot. And James he played really well, and I think that the defense gave him shots that he could see.
Didn't come back that quick, all that energy that we got in the beginning and in the week before, it would have just dissipated. But the fact that we answered so quick and kept the energy going gave us the momentum that we needed to push forward.
I was just getting really excited because we're putting one after the next, and then we're just putting more on there, and I'm just getting more and more excited because we're building that cushion, just getting more and more of a lead.
Lacrosse is a game of runs, and we stress that, and you gotta have face-off. Not just a great face-off guy, you have great wing play. And when you go on runs like that, you win face-offs, and then we were winning the face-offs.
We were making some stops. Jamesy was making some saves. We were getting ground balls. We were clearing the ball pretty well. From there, defense turns into offense. So we got the ball up to the O. They worked it around a little bit, did some of their plays. Guys were just winning their one-on-one matchups. They were hitting the crease guy when they had to slide and stuff.
We started picking corners. I felt like we had plenty of opportunities, and where we were best is when we were playing fast, in transition, unsettled, and they just didn't have an answer for our speed.
I think we were able to do it because of the energy, honestly, and I don't know. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Once we got the first 2-3 goals, it was just, you could feel the connections and the flow of the game. It was really starting to come together. And I think that as soon as we felt that, we started to relax and actually play our game.
we can be a little more aggressive in the middle of the field riding. That's the way to make up for possessions. I thought we were good with saves. Our outlets were good. I thought James was throwing some great outlets. We just weren't catching them. I think we were dropping the ball. I think the biggest thing with our clearing is we got to get the ball to our short sticks. Our poles handled the ball very well, but we were getting in spots where they were setting it up or we were pole on pole, which was a problem. But we spent 40 minutes on practice yesterday, and we're going to dedicate another 20 minutes today just on clearing the ball. A lot of clearing is just, it's athleticism, but you got to stretch the field, get yourself in the right spots.
Perfect. I think everything was great except the clearing was the biggest problem, and we've been addressing that a lot, and I think that's something we're going to get better at, and I think it's something that we know and Coach does a good job of addressing, that we don't just kind of like, oh, okay, we won by 8 goals, let's just kind of forget about that one. We did a good job, but we're really going to focus on that, hopefully against Beatsy High and Needham and Pinkerton and all those great teams, Zavarian, that will pay off.
I mean, it really set the standard for us, because I mean, if we can play like that every game, we can play better than that every game. I mean, we're gonna do really well this year. So I mean, it set a really good standard for us. I mean, last year we started off, we had a tendency to start games kind of slow. So I mean, to start off the year like that, coming out fast-paced, winning face-offs, getting ground balls, scoring on first chance opportunities, stuff like that. I mean, it really set the bar.
Yeah, we just got to make sure we always stay focused, because any team can beat us. So we just got to make sure we got our mindset right, and if we're playing our game, we're going to be tough.
I don't worry about it because I know Coach is on top of it. He's always on top of it. He sees things before they happen. So I know that he's going to keep working to get us to the full potential that we can be at. But I know that sometimes we can fall into a lull thinking that we've reached where we can be. But I think that with Coach on top of us and with the leadership and this amount of seniors that we have, I don't think anybody's going to slow down. I think we're going to keep pushing and pushing each other. And I think that our energy and momentum will carry on.
You got to manage their highs and their lows. And yesterday, I was talking to my assistant Cody Marquis. I was like, this is usually one of the toughest practices the day after a big game, because the energy's down, and all you want to do is once you start playing games, you just want to continue playing games. So we knew that, and we kind of practiced that way. We just worked on a lot of individual skills, a few concepts that we thought that would help with their clearing game, help with their close D. When after practice we asked them, you got to come to practice with a little more intensity, because Hanover's a team that, they're a sneaky team. They've won, they've won 2 of the last, I think it was 12 state championships roughly, and they've always been a perennial playoff team. They're well coached. They have some good athletes, so you can't sleep on them.
Hanover's real grinders. They go hard. Really good athletes. A lot of
Not
hockey
just the
guys.
hockey kids either, though, because the way that we've come together as a team, as players, is pretty much a family. It's crazy. So their pain is our pain. I don't play hockey, but I feel the pain, so I want it just as bad as they do. And I think the whole team knows that.
And also, too, our hockey team lost them. We have probably, I want to say, like 8 hockey guys on the team, so we're definitely not sleeping on them. We're going to come at them hard and give them everything we got.
Personally, I want to beat them real bad, because they knocked us out of hockey playoffs. They kind of ended my hockey career, so for me and a couple of other guys on the team, this one's a real personal one, so we want to play 10 times better than we did.